I don't know really what I should say in this video, mostly because I think people are already saying too much. It hasn't even been a day and it's already becoming so politicized. You know, people are already putting the blame on an entire group of people and some even on an entire religion. I don't know why we as humans can't just take time to think about what happened. You can't predict this. You can't say, oh, we shouldn't have accepted refugees into our country because look what happens. And you shouldn't take this opportunity to be smug about it. You know, this isn't a result of one thing. This isn't a result of one political decision. This is a product of a culture that there are many variables leaning into it. And it's hard to say what was the right decision. It's impossible to say what was the right decision. And you know, I can see where people are coming from, but you know, people are dead. Paris, one of the most vibrant cultural centers of the world, is deserted. It's struck a blow to the world, and we need to take time to recover from that blow before we put blame on anyone. And you know, because of that, part of me wants to treat this like a natural disaster, like a hurricane, you know. Say it really wasn't anyone's fault, that all we can do now is, you know, band together and recover. But it was humanity that caused this, and somehow I feel that as humans we're all sort of responsible for each other around the world. And there's not much you can do directly right now. I know I see people changing their profile pictures on Facebook, and that's fantastic. But people want to get involved right away, often end up doing something that doesn't actually help the situation all that much. With that being said, solidarity, I think, is the most important thing we can do right now. I just came from a vigil held on campus, hosted by some of the French students here, and it was a really amazing outpouring of support. People spoke. Some of the French students had prepared speeches. Other people, just students from the crowd, got up and spoke. You know, I think those are the kinds of things that will really produce some sort of change in the long run. If you really believe that something needs to be done, it's not going to be solved by waging a war on terrorism. It's not going to be solved by keeping a close eye on the Muslim community, or keeping out refugees who are just looking for a place where they can survive. It's going to be solved through these acts of solidarity, where people come together and they realize that they realize what a tragedy this was, and they realize that they can only grow stronger by bonding together. And And that's how you really change the culture, I think. So, for now, let's just stand with Paris. Let's remember the people who were lost. Let's give support to people who are grieving. Let's deal with the issue like humans should.